All right, Shalom. I want to give all glory and honor and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone who will teach well. Peace and blessings to you, Akim, out there pushing this truth in all faith and sincerity and enduring in this walk towards the kingdom. All right. Uh, I just want to make a short lesson on the four angels and what time we're living in prophecy. Okay, prophecy yet to be fulfilled, and how World War III is part of prophecy. Okay, it's prophesied in the scriptures. All right, Revelation 7, verse 1. After these things, I saw four angels standing on the four corners of the earth, holding the four winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. All right. And let's go ahead and look up the word wind in this precept here. All right. Holding the four winds. Okay, we're going to start there. In the Greek, it is anamos. All right. Because when this a precept about a regular breeze you get by side of cool summer day. All right. This is actually prophesying a destructive wind. All right. The wind produced from a nuclear detonation. All right. From nuclear explosion. All right. And many of them which will occur during World War III, man. Okay. This war, the war that end all wars, all right, is going to be fought on the nuclear front, man. Okay. It's not going to be a conventional warfare. It's going to be advanced warfare. All right. Using advanced technologies. One of them being the nuclear weapons. Okay. Nuclear technology. Okay. That all the kingdoms of the earth have been in competition with each other. Okay. They call it the arms race. All right. For those of you who don't know, all right, it's called the arms race. And if you remember back in the time with Ronald Reagan, there was something called the nuclear arms race. Okay. Because it was a it was a it was pretty much a battle to see who can produce the most nuclear weapons. All right. And add the most to their nuclear arsenal during the times of Reagan and I believe it was President Gorbachev. Okay. Of the Russian Federation. Okay. All right. Animals in the Greek. Okay. For wind. What does it say? Wind, a violent agitation and stream of air. Okay. So again, when it says it's holding back the four winds in this precept, it's not talking about it's not your basic breeze. Okay. It's not something that like a tornado. No, this is going to be violent, man. What does it say? Wind, a violent agitation and stream of air. Okay, so we're talking about something on the level of F5 tornadoes. Those of you familiar with the categorizations of hurricanes and stuff like that, man. Okay, hurricanes, tornadoes. Okay, so it's going to be something on that level or even greater. Okay, if you do your research, also, some the winds of a nuclear bomb detonation, okay, can reach up to 500 miles an hour. All right, and that's way beyond what any of us can withstand. Okay, so again, that violent agitation. Okay, a wind, a violent agitation, and stream of air. a very strong tempestuous wind. Okay, very strong tempestuous wind, meaning it's not again, it's out of the ordinary. All right, all right, all right. So let me get back to the precept here. And what's known to cause the kind of destruction, man. Modern day nuclear weapons, man. Okay, and as we know, four angels, all right, holding back the four winds of the earth, okay, preventing destruction, right? That's their purpose right now, to prevent the complete destruction in World War III, okay, which will be a nuclear war. All right. Let me just give a brief description to further what's the word I'm looking for? Salakia. To further to give you an idea of the description of that precept there. Okay, Revelation 71. All right. So this is that wind, all right, the tempestuous wind, the violent wind, all right. This is test footage from an atomic bomb. What we know now, the race analogies, power of these nuclear weapons are far beyond this now at this point. Okay, this was just the atomic bomb, one of their first few tests back in 1955, as you can see. Okay, but the blow up, and this was just a test. All right. So I'll leave it there. Let me go to Revelation. Start at 13th verse. Now, in Revelation 71, it was stating that the four angels were holding the four winds of the earth. Okay, they were preventing World War III from kicking off. Okay, that was their duty. All right. Now, how do we know that we are in those times right now, and you know that the times to come, those it represents World War III, because of the things that have yet to take place. Okay, which is all out nuclear war, World War III. Okay. Revelation 9:13, it says, and the sixth angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the four horns of the golden altar, which is before Yahweh, Bashem El Shai, saying to the sixth angel, which had the trumpet, loose the four angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates, man. Okay, so those same four angels that were holding back the four winds. Okay, that means preventing all out nuclear war. All right, it's saying right here that they were loosed, meaning they no longer held their post, they no longer held that position at the four corners of the earth. All right, holding back the four winds, they were loosed. All right, let's go into it a little bit. I'm gonna look at the word loose. All right, just for, all right, to loose any person. All right, angels host, according to Revelation 1. All right, but now in this precept here, all right, they are loosed. Okay, they're no longer tied or fastened to those positions anymore. They're no longer on the four corners of holding back the four winds. Okay. All right. To loose one bound. All right. To unbind, release from bonds. Okay. Again, referring to the four angels on the four holding back the four winds. Okay, on the four corners of the earth, they were relieved. They're relieved of their position. Okay. And we also know, as I read on, that that is when World War III is going to kick off. Okay, so right now we're living in a time where these kingdoms and these nations are getting their uh, weapons stockpiled, okay, their nuclear arsenal, their you know, they're getting their militaries together, okay, forming alliances, okay, but which ultimately leads to ultimately destroy Babylon the Great, aka America, okay. But the nations are gearing up for war, man, okay. But these four angels are loosed from their position, and the time we're living in right now, they haven't been loose yet, okay. But when they are, that's when all hell's gonna kick off, okay. Let me read on a little further down, see if there's any more uh, understanding to this. Let's see. Okay, therefore, to overthrow, to do away with. All right. Go down to the Strong's definition here. It says to loosen. Exactly. All right. To break up. All right. So those four angels, Revelation 71, are posted there for a specific purpose. All right. They are posted there to prevent all-out nuclear destruction in World War III. Okay. Until the elect are sealed. Right. So those four angels have a purpose, and once they're relieved of their post, okay, when they're loosed from their post, then again, or um, uh, to loose one bound, okay, they're released from their bonds, or from their duty, okay. Then that's it, man. Destruction is gonna follow, okay. All right. And the great river Euphrates, the Euphrates runs through modern day Iraq, okay. And during this time, it's in preparation for the all the kingdoms and the kings of the east. They're going to make their way over, right, uh, uh, towards the Valley of Megiddo, okay. And hey, that we're in an all-out war, World War III, okay. Simply put, all right. Verse 15 it says, "And the four angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year, for to slay the third part of men." Okay, so those four angels had their purpose, man. Again, all right, and they were loosed from their positions, from their posts, no longer holding back those four winds, that destruction. All right, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year, for to slay the third part of men. Now, none of us know when World War III is officially going to kick off, except the Heavenly Father, okay, Yahweh. All right, um, but you know, again, this part of prophecy hasn't been fulfilled yet. All right, but we are definitely living in the time of Revelation 71, with those four angels holding back the four winds. How do we know that? Because World War III hasn't they haven't launched their nuclear missiles yet. Okay, they haven't launched their nukes. All right, none of the nations have launched their nukes yet. Okay, but when they do, Revelation 9 and 15 will be a prophecy fulfilled. All right, most definitely during this time. Verse 16, "And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000. Okay, so 1,000 is three zeros. Okay, and another 1,000 is another three zeros. Okay, So you got 3 zeros and 3 zeros. All right. That's a million. And you got 200. Okay. So you got 200, 000, 000. That's 200 million. Okay. It says, and I heard the number of them. All right. So that's 200 million nuclear missiles. Okay. And they're coming towards Babylon the Great, aka America. All right. Revelation 9 and 17. And thus I saw the horses in the vision. Okay. This is the apostle John. All right. It says, and them that sat on them having breastplates of fire. Okay. And of jacinth and brimstone, and the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions. Okay. Now we know the apostle John back in his time. Okay, they weren't familiar with what an actual nuclear missile, nuclear warhead looked like. All right. Their description or his description of a nuclear warhead, all right, was based off of what he knew in his time. Okay, and what he can reference to. Okay, so he said the heads of lions. All right, and the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions. So these things were moving so fast. The best way he described them was as horses. Okay, and the actual shape of them, all right, was so big and ferocious. It reminded him, okay, of the heads of lions. Okay, it says, and out of their mouths issued fire and smoke and brimstone. Okay, now any of you that's familiar uh, with the way these nuclear missiles work. Okay, they launch them up into the atmosphere. Okay, and they come back down over their target. Okay, now the fire coming from the back of these nuclear missiles. Okay, when they launch them up, you got the fire that comes out the bottom. All right, and also the when these nuclear warheads are coming down onto the earth, they leave streaks. It looks like they're burning fire. Okay, when they're entering back into the atmosphere. All right before they hit the target. All right, verse 18. All right, by these three was the third part of men killed, by the fire and by the smoke and by the brimstone which issued out of their mouths. Okay, so this is ultimately the impact detonation of these nuclear warheads, man. Okay, this is the aftermath of that. All right, for their power is in their mouth. Okay, and in their tails, for their tails were like unto serpents, and had heads. All right, more than one, and with them they do hurt. Okay, again, if you look at the way a nuclear missile is composed, okay, you got the warhead on the tip of the missile. All right, that warhead that sits on the tip is the actual warhead that detonates. Then you got it separates from the actual ICBM missile that carries it up into the atmosphere. Okay, and when they're up in the atmosphere, the nuclear warhead on the tip, which would be considered the head, it detaches. Okay, and comes down onto its target. All right, and the actual missile that carried it up into the atmosphere detaches and falls to the earth. All right, so you got the head and you got the tail of the nuclear missile. Okay, of the thermonuclear missile. It says, and had heads, and with them they do hurt. Right. Okay. So I just wanted to go into, the four angels in prophecy. Okay. Nothing too complex. Hopefully, you know, for those of you of the elect that was meant to hear this, okay, and get a better understanding. Those of you new into the truth and you're still trying to put pieces together, especially with prophecy. All right, but again, just a simple understanding, and hopefully it was edifying to you, those who were meant to hear it. Okay, of the elect. All right. So right now we're living in a time where there's force. Okay, and their sole purpose is to keep is holding back World War III, which will be again a nuclear war. Okay, and they will be loosed, as we see here in Revelation 9 and 15. All right, they will be loosed, and once they're loosed, once they're put out the way, okay, once their job is done, they're gonna be loosed, and then there's gonna be an hour and a day and a month and a year that all hell's gonna break loose in World War III. Okay, so that is the prophecy to come. Okay, and it again, as we can see the way things are escalating right now. All right, matter of fact, let me get it. Matthew Matthew 24 and 9, I believe it is. Scriptures tell us what's going to taste. All right, these angels are loose. It says, for nation shall rise against nation. All right, that's exactly what it's saying. The U.S. Versus Iran. Okay, they're beefing with each other. You got the U.S. and North Korea beefing with each other. Uh, uh, you got Russia and the U.S. Okay, beefing with each other. Okay, they're on their last string. Okay, and the time we're living in right now is under Revelation 7 and 1. Okay, for the elect to be sealed. Okay, before those angels are removed, and according to Revelation 9. All right, according to Revelation 9 and 15. Okay, this is the part of prophecy that is yet to come. All right, but we're in between Revelation 9 and 15 and Revelation 7 and 1. All right, back to Matthew 24 and 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All right. In North Korea, there was actually just a 5 point, I believe it was 5.4 earthquake that just shook in North Korea. You have earthquakes all on the west coast of the United States. All right, of America, and and again in diverse places all over the world. All right, this is actually happening right now as I do this lesson. Okay, some major and some minor. Okay, but yeah, because nation's gonna rise against nation. All right, and that's a prelude to those four angels being released in World War III. All right, so for you Akim out there, those of you who are sincere in this truth and believe on the name Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai, Yahweh being the Heavenly Father, and Yahweh Shai being His only begotten Son, who died for the sins of the nation of Israel. All right, the 12 tribes. All right, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay, and those of you who believe, you know, uh, we're in this grace period to try to get ourselves together. Okay, pray, fast, seek the Heavenly Father through His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. All right, um, you know, keep the commandments to the best of your abilities, which we all, everyone in this truth, uh, sincerely is trying to do. Okay, and get as close to our Heavenly Father and His Son Yahweh Shai as much as we can. All right, and pray for protection not only of yourself but of the Akim, of the brethren. Okay, and that we all found worthy to escape. Okay, because once these angels are loosed, it's pretty much there. All right, the end is drawing nigh. All right. Let me get one more precept here. All right, so we see nation rising against nation, kingdom against kingdom. All right, we see that going on. We actually live in the time right now. Uh, uh, to even at the door. Okay. Mark 13 and 29. It says, "Ye in like manner shall see these things come to pass. Know that it is nigh." All right, even at the doors. Let's see what nigh is. When it's evil. Okay. It's near. All right. So it is even at doors. It's near even at doors. All right. It is near coming. All right. Near, literally or figuratively, of place or time. All right. It is near time. Okay. It's at hand. Okay. So it is at hand, even at the doors. Okay. So just remember that. All right. We're living in those times, and prophecy, the second half of that prophecy is yet to come to pass, and it will be fought with nuclear weapons. All right. Thermonuclear missiles. Okay. They will be exchanged throughout the four corners of the earth. All right. So I praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakwashana, the Apostle Stone, who will listen to Confusion Face. All right, you few Aqua who will listen, for new to the, all right, and you still figure things out. All right, pray, fast, study. All right, listen. Okay, pray for diligence and understanding. All right, and wisdom from the Most High Yahweh, in the name of His only begotten Son Yahweh Shai. Until next time, Shalom.